this could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
Hey guys, welcome back to another brand new video on the channel. Today, guys, I'm back after a 1 week hiatus. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff in this video. We're going to be talking my rant Wednesday because you're seeing this video on Wednesday, so you'll be seeing your rant Wednesday for today. Today, I will also be talking about the up-to-date sports news and what was I doing as I was gone for like a week. Let's talk about that. Now. Hope you guys are having a very wonderful day. I will talk about the Ravens in this because it is a part of my rant, and we are going to start off with that and talk right now with the worst decision that WWE has ever made, which is Rock vs. Roman at WrestleMania. Now, this idea is an incredible match. It's a really good match that we could get, and it would be obviously great for the company, and it would bring a lot of numbers, but it obviously backfired on Twitter on Friday night all the way to Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and yesterday night, and probably still today, because Cody was kind of robbed. I think that, in my opinion, I don't like that they made the decision with Cody Rhodes. In my opinion, I don't think it sucked. That's what I'm gonna say. It really sucked that his Royal Rumble chance was being thrown away, and there was no build up with him and Seth Rollins, and there wasn't really a match to do with them. I think Drew McIntyre is gonna have a match with Rollins at WrestleMania, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens and all that stuff. I'll be intrigued in the match if that does happen. Also, I want to point one thing out. I will be live on, I'm probably sure, YouTube, maybe Twitch, most likely Twitch, for the WrestleMania press conference that will be happening on the Thursday at I'm pretty sure it's 6 p.m. Central. So yeah, there's that, but yeah, to just make that decision from WWE, it wasn't really the best decision in my opinion. They could have done better, but hey man, it is what it is. But we obviously knew that this was a tease match, not an actual match, because if you saw on their Instagram or their Twitter, they would instantly promote it and have them facing off against each other. But it's not going to happen. It's going to most likely be Roman versus Cody, and Cody's going to win the titles. And then we'll see what happens next. I think it's going to be intriguing. But moving on to the worst thing ever yet. The thing that I did not want to make about this video. The Ravens game. It's been like almost a week, 2 weeks since it happened. Mostly a week. Last week was one like most depressing weeks for me, because obviously as a Ravens fan, just it hurt seeing the Ravens lose, but seeing how far we got all the way to the AFC Championship, and especially at the bank. We've had 2 home games at the bank. This was the first AFC Championship that we had at home, and guess what we do? We blow it. And honestly, it doesn't even surprise me that we blew this at all. It doesn't even surprise me. I'm not surprised by it. I'm not surprised that we blew that we choked, because this offense that has been showing that they've been good for so goddamn long showed that they were terrible on last Sunday. Like, that was horrible. I've never seen a more horrible matchup. That was just no. I did not like it. I did not like seeing what that offense was doing. Zay, you were doing too many penalties, bro. You were doing too many fucking penalties. That's what I can say. The offense was causing a lot of penalties. Defense was causing a lot of penalties. And you can't just blame it on the refs. As Broad Sports was talking about this on Broad Sports was talking about this on the Sports PSP podcast and talked about it on the Throwdown podcast on the Monday, whenever it was like after the game. He said that you can't just blame the refs because the Ravens didn't do really good. They did not do good at all. At all. Their offense didn't do good, neither did their defense. We can all make that opinion about that. They did not do good, and they needed to step up, and guess what they didn't do? They didn't step up and show that they were worth it. But enough of that, of talking about the Ravens game. All I can say about it is that we didn't do good that game at all. We didn't do good. And that's mostly all I can say about it from my perspective, because this was just terrible for the Ravens, and I don't really want to talk about it anymore. But until next season is what I can say. Until next season. But other sports news that has been happening lately, not really that much, if I have to be honest. There's been a lot of coaching hires. Mike McDonald went to Seattle. That's a big loss for the Ravens, especially for them being a great DC. For them having a great DC, it's kind of a big loss for the Ravens. Obviously, we still have Todd Monken, but it's a big loss for the Ravens because Mike McDonald was a really good defensive coordinator on that team. A lot of people are saying that we're screwed because of it, but we're not really screwed because of it. We have like a lot of other coaches that could be good at that defensive coordinator spot. We just have to see how they do against that. But anyway, I also saw the Dan Quinn hiring during that thing, and Cliff Kingsbury going to Washington. I think it's two great moves by Washington. People might say some stuff about Dan Quinn, especially of how he was head coach at Atlanta, especially of how bad he was as a head coach at Atlanta. But showing what Cliff Kingsbury and these two can do, I think that this is going to give Washington a chance to actually get Caleb Williams. I don't think the Bears need Caleb Williams. That's a hot take that I need to say right now. Caleb Williams does not need to go to the Chicago Bears. Here's the reason why. Justin Fields is the perfect quarterback for the Bears. You don't need a different quarterback because guess what? You're going to say the same thing that you're saying with Justin Fields now, that he is not going to do good. And Justin Fields is the perfect quarterback for the Bears right now, in my opinion. I think he's a really good, balanced quarterback. He's great at running and passing. He's great at both of those things all the time. But there's only one problem on that offense. Bears fans can make so many excuses about it, but soon you're going to have to stop making the excuse of how you guys don't have a bad O-line. Start putting it on the O-line. Start talking about the O-line. The O-line sucks. The O-line is trash. We understand that the O-line is not good. You got Darnell Wright. Nice. You need more offensive linemen, though, are either better receivers. That offensive line does not do anything for you guys Because guess what? Justin Fields can't even get out of the pocket because guess what? Your offensive lineman cannot block. It's the same situation with Carolina. Bryce Young is an incredible quarterback, that can show off his skills still. But if you look at what his disadvantages are, he has a bad O-line, he doesn't have great receivers, and his defense sucks. Those are three major things for Carolina that they can't fix. There's only one major thing for Chicago, and that's their offensive line. Their defense doesn't really even need that much of a change because it actually did better this year than it did last year, in my opinion. And I'm happy that it did better than it did before. And honestly, it helped the Bears in a sort of a way to where they weren't really as bad as they were the last season. And yeah, that's my take on the Bears there. And yeah, but now we're going to talk about the NFL. All right, let's talk about the awards, the NFL honors awards that go to some people. And these are my opinions only. If you guys disagree with them, it is what it is. You guys disagree with them. Okay, that's fine. You guys have an opinion. But starting off with Offensive Rookie of the Year. We have some good guys here, but I'm going to mention all these guys right here. All right, for Offensive Rookie of the Year, you have Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, Puka Nacua, Bijan Robinson, and C.J. Stroud. You can automatically get rid of Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta. Not saying that he didn't have a great season, and you can also get rid of Bijan Robinson. Not saying all those three players had a great season. I just don't think they would get the award for it, but they were great players this season. I think they were really good. Sam Laporta played an absolutely incredible season with Detroit this year. So did Jahmyr Gibbs. He got a few yards this year, I'm pretty sure, but not a lot there. But Bijan Robinson, he was great on Atlanta too. Helped out that running game on the offense. It's just that they couldn't really do much on offense anyway, and defense, eh. But Puka Nacua and C.J. Stroud are the two people that I look here. I look at these two guys and say, these guys were the great rookie, probably the best rookies for the year, for the season this year. I think this award is going to go to C.J. Stroud. And here's why. C.J. Stroud played an incredible game. We figured that he was going to be a great quarterback. We already knew that, but we just didn't know how he was going to play, especially with a team like the Texans. Like, we never expected a person like that to play great. A quarterback from Ohio State to play that great with the Texans and actually get them into the playoffs. Since they haven't been in the playoffs for a long time, probably since 2018, 2017, they haven't been in the playoffs. And this helped them. This helped them get into the playoffs, helped them go into the playoffs, and C.J. Stroud helped that team. So did Nico Collins and many other people helped with that team, and it just made that Texans offense better, and C.J. Stroud did great. So I think he should win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Next is Offensive Player of the Year. Here is our Offensive Player of the Year award finalist. We have Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson, CeeDee Lamb, Christian McCaffrey, Dak Prescott. So the person you can automatically get out here is Dak Prescott and Tyreek Hill. I don't think they should win Offensive Player of the Year in the first place. They shouldn't even win it at all, in my opinion. I don't think they deserve it. Are they close to it? Yes, but Dak, no, he's far away from it. He is not the Offensive Player of the Year. I don't even know why he's on this list. No. No. I don't see Dak winning it. The two most likely people I see winning this is CeeDee Lamb or Christian McCaffrey. Most likely, CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb should win this award, but it's most likely going to be CMC because CMC was incredible this year. incredible this year on his running game. But CeeDee Lamb did better than CMC this year. You could call me crazy all you want. He did better this year than he did last year. I think he really did good this year. Especially he made spectacular catches. He made incredible plays on that offense when Dak couldn't make those plays. Guess who he went to automatically? He went to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb was a great player on the Cowboys offense. I watched it. I saw it. And guess what? CeeDee Lamb, did you see what he did against the Lions? Starting off the first quarter with a great touchdown, running down the sideline and getting into the end zone. Like that just shows that he deserves Offensive Player of the Year. And plus other plays that he made earlier in the year, I think CeeDee Lamb should win this award. Now, going to the next one, and that is Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, this one is kind of hard to say because I didn't get to watch a lot of these guys. So here's your finalists: Will Anderson Jr., Jalen Carter, Joey Porter Jr., Kobe Turner, and Devon Witherspoon. In my opinion, I think this should go to Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter was an incredible defensive tackle this year for the Eagles. I think he was really good this year on the defensive side of things, and I think he was great on that part of it. But I think he should win it. But now going to the Defensive Player of the Year award, we got DaRon Bland, Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, and TJ Watt. This should automatically go to Micah Parsons, in my opinion. He's an incredible linebacker, and guess what? He was great on Dallas. The only not great game that he did was probably against the Packers. That's the only thing I can say against it. But anyway, he's helped that defense. He's helped it get it together the whole entire time and helped it. Now moving on to the next thing. Comeback Player of the Year. This is a reward that is going to cause me controversy. Damar Hamlin should not be even on this list. Get him off of there. He should not get Comeback Player of the Year. I think that, in my opinion. Matthew Stafford, Tua Tagovailoa, you can take them off this list as well. They shouldn't even be on here. But just to say off the final list, Joe Flacco, Damar Hamlin, Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford, and Tua Tagovailoa. In my opinion, the two people that are actually worthy of this award is Baker Mayfield and Joe Flacco. But if you had to choose one, it'd be Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco showed an absolute big improvement, especially for being on the Jets and just not being that great of a player. And plus, you didn't really even get to see him play that much until later in the season. But he showed that he is a great quarterback on the Cleveland Browns, especially for filling in for Deshaun Watson. I think he was a great competitor against the Ravens if he played. I don't think he did, actually. But it is what it is, man. But you guys know what's next. We have the MVP award coming up right here. Now, this is where you get to the point here. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy. Dak was up for this. Now he is not. He got rid of that a long time ago. He got rid of that a while ago. Brock Purdy, he could have a chance at it. I think he still does. But he showed that he really wasn't worth it whenever he faced the Ravens at the Bay, I'm pretty sure, on Christmas. No. I don't think he's going to win it, though. He's close to, but he's not going to. CMC, not going to win it. He's, as I pointed out earlier, incredible running back. Same things I pointed out earlier. Josh Allen, I don't think he deserves it at all. That leaves one person. I just needed to grab this real quick. Jackson. Lamar Jackson is winning this award, baby. You already know. You already know. You already knew. We already knew that he was gonna win this award. We already knew. We saw that a few weeks earlier that he was going to win this award. We already knew it. We already knew it, dude. We already knew it. Now to the last award that I will be giving out. And that is... Give me a sec. This is Coach of the Year. Here's all your head coaches that are finalists for Coach of the Year. Dan Campbell, John Harbaugh, D'Amico Ryans, Kyle Shanahan, Kevin Stefanski, all great coaches. But two of the coaches that I think are good on here is Dan Campbell and John Harbaugh. The person that's probably going to win this, Harbaugh. Harbaugh helped the Ravens lead this team to what it is today. Obviously. He helped the Ravens a lot and on their way to the playoffs. We all see that, but it was either Todd Monken, Mike McDonald, and there was a lot of people that helped the Ravens get there. And it was mostly the offense, the defense, and Todd Monken. Of course, as we said earlier, Mike McDonald, which is not on the team anymore, and of course, John Harbaugh. But that is going to do it for this video. This is a really long video, especially for me coming back, and I'm going to close it off from where I was last week. I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys the whole time. Last week was not the greatest week to really make videos, especially in the state that I was in. I'm not in the energetic state that I am always for you guys. I try to stay energetic, try to talk as much as I can, try to just do the best I can in anything, mostly on the side of any of the side of things. But I tried. I was going to plan to do a video last week. I just didn't do one last week because I had a lot of stuff probably going on. I was focusing on school, obviously. I do have a lot of school to be doing this week. So, yeah, there's that. But yeah. I haven't been really doing much. I also didn't upload last week because for the last few weeks, I've been uploading constantly. It kind of led to me just feeling a little bit exhausted. So I just took a little bit of a break from it. Obviously, I just took a break from it. Just wanted to rest my mind for a bit and then come back for you guys later this week. I was planning to do a video on Monday for the Ravens video, but it is what it is. It is what it is, all right? But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is going to be a really long video to do. And I also want to point out one more thing. I will not be doing the Batman Arkham Knight series anymore. I will be deleting that off this channel as soon as possible. Episode 1 obviously needs to be taken off, because I was planning to do a lot of other episodes, but guess what? I ran into problems on Twitch. Guess what it was? Lagging from my mic. The gameplay was obviously lagging. Also, the echoing for my mic that was happening, and it just made the gameplay sound worse than it already was, and I wasn't really happy about that in the first place anyway. So that will be taken. I'm going to be taking that video down and just getting rid of that. But don't worry. I'm going to try to see if I can get gameplay videos for you guys. But, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be doing those at all in a few months. But I love you all. I thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you also leave a like, subscribe, and turn that post notification bell on so that you guys don't miss another banger video. I'm back, obviously. Also, tune in to the Sport PSP podcast Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Also on Thursdays, since you guys are watching this on Wednesday, I will be joining Brandon from the Block's podcast. Just search up Brandon from the Block on YouTube. You'll see his live stream there. And then on Friday, you guys will see obviously. And then on Thursday, I will be on Undisputed World Champs podcast. I'm pretty sure at 8 p.m. Central. It's either that or 7 p.m. Central. I don't know. But I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.